Thank you for joining us today. Sometimes we ask the question, God, are you speaking? And the question is, are we listening? So, right before I got this word, I felt from God saying to me, you have to listen. Take heed how you hear. Tell others. And I said, okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to get the word of the Lord now. The word in the Bible. And we do it random. We don't look up scripture because we want to make sure that it's God speaking. And so I said, whoa, would it be a coup if I can get the scripture that says, listen? So when I did my routine, I get this scripture, which was quite amazing. Mark 7:14, but in the King James Version, it says, and when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. Very interesting. I said, well, hey, listen, that's close enough. People to understand. To understand, you need to hear. God was saying that hearing is a force. There's a power to it. They're airwaves of sound. We don't see it, but they exist. A spoken word to a child that could affect the child's destiny. You can break their character, their self-esteem. And for the rest of his life, he'll carry that within his heart. Or you can give a great word to a child, and they'll become president of the United States. They'll do the impossible. So words and hearing are vitally important. So I said, the next day, I said, God, you know, it was funny. I really wanted a scripture we're listening. So I decided to read it through the Amplified. And here is through the same scripture, Mark 7:14. And he called the people to him again and said to them, listen to me, all of you, and understand what I say. So I said, I wasn't listening carefully. I asked you to give me the scripture that says listen. If I would have read it through the Amplified, I would have had it last night. But the whole point that God is saying is that we have to listen. He's ever speaking, ever talking, ever wanting to share with you. You're his friend, and he has so many things to say to you. Sometimes he speaks through us through pictures, through a beautiful rainstorm, through a beautiful flower of a garden, pictures, children sometimes. God can use many different ways. We have to be ever listening and say, God, help me to listen. Help me to open my ear gate and my spirit to understand. So today, pray and ask God to help you to understand, to open your spirit to hear his voice. God bless you.